everyone, I'm Jessie Ann, and I'm a Community Relations Facilitator. If you've had a chance to check out some of our other videos, then you know that we love to talk about social justice. And we've given y'all some tools for how to understand certain aspects of it. But now, we want to talk about what you can do to make change happen. Our generation has the power to make change happen like no generation has before. Social media allows us to connect instantly and across millions of miles. If Facebook were a country, it would be the third largest in the world. No matter what you call our generation, you can't deny that we have the power to make positive change happen. We are living out history right now and in this moment. So we wanted to see what OSU students think about social justice and what they're doing living out their legacy. So here it is.
Learning about systems of power and oppression and then intervening in those systems.
To me, social justice means working within the community to work against the social issues that are going on in our environment.
Learning more about what the world has to offer.
Social justice means to me empowering a community in a way in which they can empower themselves.
To increase equity and inclusion and cultural competency on this campus. I want to make sure that future generations of women are able to run for president and be successful.
My legacy would be to build bridges across different communities and getting those groups to understand where the intersections come and being able to build coalitions behind that without giving up their specific autonomy and identity.
Be remembered as someone who's an advocate for social justice. I mean, it wasn't really something that I kind of thought of until I came to college.
I wanted to bring the communities within the Black community here at OSU and the community surrounding closer together so that students would know that their school supports them and that they support each other as a family.
Future generations of ASOSU leaders will continue to advocate and represent students who are traditionally underrepresented. And it's one thing to hear someone and it's another to listen, and then it takes it a whole step further to be able to put yourself on the line.
Over the years, students have empowered themselves to cause or create change on their respective campuses. Oregon State has seen its fair share of these campaigns as well. The first one of these is the Wear the Square campaign, which actually is occurring on campus right now. The campaign gets its name from a movement started in Quebec in February 2012 after the provincial government proposed to increase tuition. The students went on strike, and in less than 6 weeks, over 300,000 students joined the movement, which accumulated into a march of an estimated 400,000 people in Montreal. The demonstration was one of the largest in Canadian history, and by September 15, 2012, provincial officials agreed to freeze tuition and students returned to class. My Culture is Not a Costume, which is an event that we led as a CRF group back in fall term, is a campaign started by the Ohio University by the students teaching about racism in society group. Jelani Cobb, a professor of Africana Studies at Rutgers University, had this to say about the campaign. The more we look at people as caricatures, the harder it is to operate as a democracy. What underlies this kind of costuming is the belief that these people aren't quite equal to what we are or aren't as American as we are, or that you as a person who's not a member of that group should be able to dictate how painful these stereotypes should be.
If there's one thing that we want you to take away from this video, it's that you have the ability to make change happen.
We all have the ability to see and recognize inequality and empower ourselves to change that situation.
How are you going to make social justice part of your legacy and facilitate positive change?